Hey yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Thinker Heights back in the building. Talk to me, I'll talk back. It depends on what we talking about. Now, I seen a video yesterday, and I ain't really trying to cause no type of division or nothing like that, cause I look up to the big homie. I like your influence, man. You be moving strong out here in these streets, but so I saw a couple inconsistencies, and I don't necessarily see you like backpedaling or like trying to like switch your position. Like you doubling down on stuff that I feel like you know is wrong if you just do a couple of researches or whatever. So um Dane Calloway or whatever, name drop, fam said he not necessarily using Google or Wikipedia to like find out any of this information and stuff like that, but any individual who does the same little Google research and like you'll be able to come across anything that you looking for if you just type it in the right way. You know what I mean? So all you got to do is just simply type in looking up the history of what the flags are in America. Like you'll come to find out 1775 they had like the Grand Union flag, you know what I mean? Like the Grand Union flag was a thing, and then they created the 13th version. That's the one with the circles. And then they claiming that they only got the 50 star joint, but after every single edition from like I don't know, maybe like 25, so literally like 25, 26, 27, and every flag after that they continued on all the way up until 48, and then they skipped like 49 and went to 50 because of Hawaii and what is that? Alaska. Yeah, yeah. But so I mean, that's definitely verifiable if you just like do like some clicking. That's not about nothing at all. Like, in fact, let me go back to that and then I'll share it and we'll go back because I mean, obviously, see, he said don't use Wikipedia, but fam, you be using Wikipedia. That don't work, bro. Oh, there's one flag. What is that? The 33 flag? Yeah, yeah. The one joint that's the 33 flag. That one off the chain to me. So, but also you could see if I had this shit formatted properly, maybe it'll hit harder. But the first ever Confederate flag in America looked very similar to the 13 star flag. The 13, and that's what you gotta like not necessarily be so confused about, because like when you pay attention to the symbology of it, it's not too far off from what the 13 colony one was. You know what I mean? Like you get your 13, your circle, but this one has the 8 in the circle. And instead of 13 stripes, you get 3 stripes. So I mean, like as far as like causing a division over that, like that's real minor, you know what I mean? But like it's obvious that they being powered by other entities all along. Like it's the bankers. You know what I mean? Like if we go and look at the ones who running the show, you gotta look at the banking. If you ain't looking at the banking, then something wrong. So mind you, if we gonna look up to Trump and the FBI running in his spot, and we know all these organizations been infiltrated by, them peoples. Why wouldn't we think our own people are playing the role as well within us? You know what I mean? Like trying to like build with us and stuff like that. But uh,
The Reverend Al Sharpton admits he was an FBI informant.
Yes, he says that he was the cat that got the rats, but others say that Sharpton's secret life was not by choice. CBS 2 political reporter Marcia Kramer has the story.
I don't know, dog. Like, I feel like all that stuff, to look at the symbology behind all of it and then not be able to call out what you seeing using critical thinking skills and being able to like see what you looking at, that's the difference, you know? So just like paying attention to like the small inconsistencies of understanding that that flag was invented and held down only from the years of 1861 to the years of 1863, but Black people been free in America since before then. And I hope that if you think Black people were free before then, so have Native people. And if you feel like you one of the Native people, how exactly can you feel it's within reason to claim that that's our flag to hold up to and represent? I don't necessarily think that that's acceptable. Like, you can't really push that into the culture and get us to like pass that one. That one's not a green light. I like a lot of the stuff you've been saying. You've been going in about all this stuff. I ain't even gonna hold you, but that's where it's kind of like a reach, you know? Also to say that Google is very terrible to be able to find something, like it's not too difficult to be able to look up what the code of the flag was and find that these people design the original code of the flag. Like that's not that's not nothing difficult, you know what I mean? Like the whole book though, you feel me? Like you could get the whole book, but I ain't gonna give you the whole book. I might give you another page or something. You feel me? Just to hold you off, just to you feel me, put the icing on the cake. Like Google work, man. So it's your friend, bruh. All you gotta do is type it in. You know what I mean? I like that one too because it gives you an understanding of them also being under the design of the indoctrinatrix. I don't say indoctrination. It's more like an indoctrinatrix. They in a matrix in a bag of tricks, like, and nobody could figure it out. Like you could only see from the outside, but the way that they work from the inside, we'll never necessarily know. We could debate back and forth, left and right, but the nail on the head is it's a power holding over all them people that ran into that little Yapital, you feel me? They wigged out for who they thought Big Dog was. The same people that Sharpton worked for, that got X, that got MLK, that got JFK, that got RFK, that got BPP. Like, man, like, y'all couldn't look into the PPP and figure out that that was the same organization? I mean, I'm just saying, that's a different story. Real talk, fam. I really love and I support all of the real ones, but I'm not going to be misinfluenced. I'm not going to be misguided because I also use a critical thinking cap and I just want to understand what's really going on out here. So, yeah, that was just a little quickie about all of the all the inconsistencies that I found within what the video that I watched yesterday from Dan Calloway. But also he also misquoted Dr. King. Like I know fam got some gems and he done dropped a couple little MLK joints talking about the mechanization of America's farmland, how they flipped it, how they flipped the script. You know what I mean? Like when you look into the history of America and stuff like that, I don't know if the point is really like ever pointed out that the people were worth more than the land. Like that's what actually created the value within the land. Like always throughout the whole thing from the beginning, the maritime law or maritime admiralty, all that stuff, like all that stuff indicated the product being shipped throughout. And if we was 3/5 and not even 100%, you feel me? Like I, I think that we should hold all of this stuff at 100% face value because we all researching for the same stuff. Like, I don't know, maybe you might pay a couple little pennies to get a little bit more quick access, or maybe you might talk to one of them people that you might know. You feel me? Which make me question who really inside and who outside, you know? But according to Harry Belafonte, King responded something about uh uh integrating us into a burning house. It's not an actual fact that Dr. King ever said that out of his own lips. That actually came from an actor slash activist act. Like, it's just a role. You feel me? I'm not playing one. I am who I am, but I just don't want to be misguided or mistaught. You feel me? But yeah. The last icing on the cake, and I think I'm gonna be done with this one, and I'm gonna take this show on the road. Is this is an image of a bunch of the flags that we use, and if you look at it and just look at the imagery of it, first off, the one John looked like England. It looked like a very small England joint or a real similar one. Either way, it's still 8 points, but you got your what is that? St. Andrew's cross, the X in the middle, which became the Confederate flag, you feel me? Like, or the second edition of the Confederate flag after 1863 when they got tired of the riffraff and they didn't want to play the game no more, of the stars and bars. All right, cool. So they used America, the original America used a remix of the the uh, the England joint. Yeah, England joint. But if you notice, it is a Confederate X, but it's got a cross over top of it. So, mm, mm, you know who that is. You get your cross, and then after the third sample, the third edition of the flag, that's when you start to see them bars. So the bars come through, and I don't know. Maybe if you look up the history of Oliver Hazard Perry, he actually ain't too bad. And he ended up dying somewhere in like Jamaica or like Haiti or something. Like, yeah, Haiti, I think. He wigged out. He was bugging for a foreigner. But yeah, so you got your 13 colony one. This is all in order for the most popular American flags. These are all official American flags. So we can't make it seem like this is the flag that we supposed to look up to. I ain't trying to bite the bait, man. Not when you look at your research and you be like, it's the battle flag of 1861. If you a Niji, bro, you can't claim that flag or the 13 states that was along with it because they was doing us wrong, man. But I just hit the mic, so that's probably my time to cut it off. I'm about to get up out of there. You feel me? It's been real. It's been fun. It ain't been real fun. I just want to read between the lines and see what's going on. A lot of shit, a lot of content. I'm out, y'all.